I'm back, baby. I'm back. I feel better.
Just you.
Just me. I feel better. I feel a lot better. Hopefully my voice is better than it was the last two episodes. But welcome back to another episode of Geeks-a-Musing. This is Nathan.
This is Ryan.
And yeah, I'm back.
He got me sick
Yeah,
last week.
I got Ryan sick. I tried to force him off of me after the last episode, but he just had to have a kiss.
I did.
And he got sick.
Big slickery kiss.
The next couple days later, he called me up. He's like, "I think you got me sick."
I got a cold in my nose.
His nose is all runny and gross.
It's still running gross.
But
no, I just had a drainage.
But psych! We told you guys this was going to be the Halloween episode, but once again, I screwed up and got my dates mixed up. So we're doing the music slash soundtracks for this week's episode, and then next episode will be our Halloween episode dedicated to everything Halloween. But first, starting off, we're just going to do real quick what we've been up to. I'll kick it over to Ryan, see what he's been up to.
Oh no, you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. With me, I just picked up the Middle Earth: Shadow of War for my PS4, playing it. I know that was the game my son was crazy about because he kept asking me leading up to it to pre-order it, and I kept saying, nah, I don't. I saw some gameplay footage of it, and it just looks pretty horrible. It looked pretty bad. 'Cause we have Shadow of Mordor, and that was a really good game. But yeah, I ended up pre-ordering it. And I actually have him down here right now. I want him to kind of talk a little bit about it because it is a lot of fun. If you like Shadow of Mordor, it's very similar to that. Very cool. I don't know, it's everything about it, and it's a lot better. It's not Shadow of Mordor. My biggest complaint with that game was the whole all the different playing areas look the same. There wasn't a lot of variety. So in this one is bigger. You got some good variety, fortress sieges and a whole bunch of cool stuff, and it is a lot of fun. I threw up a couple videos on our YouTube channel of me playing it, and the first video I threw up there, I screwed up. I didn't mean to put that wasn't the one I meant to put up. I meant to put up because if you watch the second video, I say, okay, I'm back, because it was supposed to be the first part of that one I put up, but I didn't. I put up the wrong video.
You surprised me on that because when I was like, I thought somebody hacked this. I was like, I saw, we got a new video up, and I was like, how can we have a new video up? I just watched the last podcast, and then I looked and it was video games. I was like, we're putting video game footage up on here now. So
yeah,
I guess we're doing let's play or whatever.
Yeah. That's kind of the little extra stuff we'll throw up there, but I gotta give Ryan the login for it, so he can start putting up his video.
Porn on there.
No.
No.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna ask my son what do you like about it so far? You have to come over here to the mic.
Alright. Well, what I like about it is I like the fortress sieges, which is pretty cool. I also like being able to dominate the drakes and fly them around. Before I did my very first fortress siege, I went into the fortress and baited a drake out, and I branded it, and I just kept doing a couple of bombing runs with flying by and burning a bunch of orcs. I grabbed a few with the drake, and I dropped them. That's pretty cool. I also
picked them up in your claws and then took them real high and dropped them.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I also like that you can, now that we can actually have two Graugs fight each other now, which is pretty cool. In Shadow of Mordor, you really couldn't do that because I tried to do it by baiting another Graug out, but when I turned around, the Graug that I had dominated was gone.
But you had your nemesis from Shadow of Mordor. Was it just one of them or two of them that came over that they actually ported over to Shadow of War?
It was just one of them. He came over and said, "Last time I killed you, it was in Udun, right?" And he came over. It was in one of the story missions that you have to do. It was pretty fun. I mean, he wasn't that hard to kill though. I took him out in a few seconds, which is pretty cool.
Oh well, because they made it kind of a big deal about you can port over your nemesis from Shadow of Mordor to Shadow of War, and then they did, and you're like, yeah, he's dead already. I killed him like 2 minutes.
Really?
Well, the reason why I killed him so fast is because since Shadow of War has so many new abilities, I already knew his weaknesses. Since Shadow of Mordor, I already knew his weaknesses, and it was a lot easier to kill him because all of his weaknesses I could already do. I think he had like a really bad weakness to poison. He'd like die instantly from it. So all I did was poison a grog barrel, and I lured him over to it, and I shot it, and it blew up, and it like set him on fire while poisoned him too.
I'll say this too. That's really cool about the game is just because you got like your grunt guys running around, but then you got your captains, and those guys whenever you run into them, you always have a real quick dialogue, and they're like, "Oh, you think you can get him in here and take this? Well, I'm gonna cut your guts out." Those have a little quick thing between them, and just because you kill them. That doesn't mean it's the last time you're gonna see that guy because you're thinking, oh yeah, I took him out. Because I had that happen. Well actually this was a grunt guy killed me. He got a good shot in on me, so he got promoted to a captain. And then they've got a new you hunt down your nemesis. He was a new nemesis, so I tracked him back down. Is that what I did?
No, you didn't track him down. He actually ambushed you.
Yeah, that's right. I was up on a rooftop and he ambushed me, and didn't. He was the one I killed. Did I kill him?
Yeah, that was the one you killed, and then you had to kill him again.
Yeah, that's right. I killed him. He cheated death, came back, and I went through the motion that I thought I killed him again, but then it popped back up that he cheated death again, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! So the battle. That's cool though. The battle went on a little farther, and then I finally got the kill shot on him, chopped his arm and his leg off, but. Since I didn't cut his head off, he could come back because there was there was another captain I think cheated. Yeah, he cheated. There was another guy cheated death on me. I killed him, but then he came back. He had all this metal grafted to his face, and so I got into another battle with him, and I cleaved him in two. So I chopped him in half at the waist. So I don't think he'll be coming back. Maybe I don't know, but that stuff like that's really cool. You run back into guys although I think they actually hunt you down because you'll just be tooling along or doing little battles, and all of a sudden the captain will come out of nowhere. It's like, oh, remember me? You thought you killed me. Well, I'm gonna kill you now. They get into a big battle. It's pretty cool. But overall, though, you like it?
Yeah, I really do like it. And by the way, I don't think that captain you cleaved him to. I don't think he's really dead. He's probably gonna come back. Because I saw a video where this guy he cleaved a captain into half pieces. And then he got ambushed by the same guy.
What's this guy, Darth Maul? Didn't Darth Maul come back from getting cut in half? Well, in the books or something.
What? In the show?
In the anime show.
Yeah.
But okay, well, cool. Thank you, bud. I just wanted you to hop on here real quick and just give your 2 cents about the game. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, Mr. Ryan, what have you been up to?
I'm gonna stand up. What have I been up to? Let's see. Well, I took a break from Killing Floor 2 because I was playing the sharpshooter, but there was the Battlefront 2 beta was out.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. I mean,
yep.
I actually did see a thing from Hello Greedo today when I woke up, and he was talking about how EA did comment on the what they needed to change.
Mm.
The thing about the loot boxes was something about how, like if you get doubles, it'll just become those little parts that you need to do like fixes on your guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then some of the guns, like if you have to be a certain level. Like you might get it early, but you have to be a certain level to actually be able to use that gun. Like you might get it in a crate, but you can't use it until you reach a certain level, and then you can start, putting little attachments or whatever on it that you use in your things.
Oh, okay.
But man, I was telling you the ground game is fun, and you actually do get because you want points. You want points, and I guess they're not really experience points, but you want points to be able to build up your points to be able to buy, like a hero or a vehicle or something like that, to continue the game in.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing was, if you actually work on the objective, you get more points.
Oh, so they actually made a pretty good incentive for people to play the objective.
So instead of just, I got all the kills. Okay, so because if you notice, the funny thing about that is, at the end of a match, say, okay, everybody, winning side, 150 points, or something like that.
Mm.
Or no, is it experience? 150 experience
Yeah,
points.
something like that.
Everybody gets 150 experience. But the bad part is you could sit out the game and just hide somewhere, and you'll get 150.
Yeah.
But you can get the most kills. Like, I got 75 kills. So what, asshole? You got 150. You got 150. Just like the rest of us. I did half the job, and we get the same.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, maybe they should do, like, if you get, like, if your name goes up on the list, or up on the thing where it's like, MVP or whatever like that. Maybe you should get a little bit more than the other person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the idea that, like, because when I was doing the Starfighter missions,
Yeah, you really got into that, didn't you?
that may be the thing I play it solely for. I want to be that guy when they see my name, oh no, the Red Baron has appeared.
Bum, ba-dum, bum,
Yeah,
bum,
I just come
bum,
screaming
ba-dum,
out of the sky. Well, not really screaming. Unless I'm in a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
I can come, screaming out of the sky with the sun behind me, so I can block out. They can't see me coming.
That's right.
But like, yeah, like I was noticing as I was doing, like, they'll go like on, take out the shield generators, and if attacking the shield generators and you're striking hits, and actually take out the shield generators, you'll see the little numbers over the side. It goes for completing objective, boom, like 200 or something like that.
Yeah.
Big points pop up. But that was where, like, I was getting, like, most of the time, like, I'd be playing, say, like a Y-Wing, and, like, I'd get enough points where I could get Poe Dameron's X-Wing, or I could get the Millennium Falcon or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's real quick. If you're just goofing off, you're not going to get up there as fast as everybody else.
Yeah, like you said, if you're playing the objective.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had drainage.
More drainage.
You might have to block that one out because that was gross.
I'm not.
But then, yeah, Battlefront 2, Killing Floor 2.
Yeah, that beta, I wish it would have went on a little longer. I didn't get to play it a whole lot. A whole lot.
It was two. They had it for 2 days extra.
Okay, but I'll tell you what though, it was a lot of fun. But I was getting a little sick of that Naboo map.
Oh really?
By the end, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like a tunnel. If you're, yeah, because there's the straight pathway where that thing was coming forward, the droid carrier.
Yeah, the big droid carrier.
But like I would see a lot of people like in that area fighting out there, but I would always run off to the sides and hit the alleyways. And
that's what I did too. Yeah.
But I mean, like,
yeah, I did see a couple playing it. I saw a couple glitches because there's a part where I think it's if you're on the clone trooper side, once you're inside the palace.
Yeah.
That once it got to a certain point, and they're like, "All right, fall back. You got to hold this spot." That if you were in this one area, the doors closed and they trap you off.
Oh no!
So
that's right. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that happened to me.
And you were screwed. There's nothing you could do. You couldn't. There was no other way around. And I think you're technically out of the battle zone.
The one thing I noticed, like as that thing moves forward, your battle zone gets smaller. Yeah. But I realized at one point, I don't know if they changed it later on in the beta, but I do remember at one point, like, I was behind the enemy lines, and there was no countdown timer. I was I was out of bounds, and I was in the out of bounds area, just popping guys as they were popping out. And I was going, it's broken, and I'm going to use it to my advantage right now. Yeah. there were probably people pissed off. I mean, I would have been pissed off too, but I was like, it's a beta, whatever. I'm just testing stuff. But then one time I was out of bounds, and there was a countdown, and I was like, and then I was like, oh, cool, okay, good, they put a countdown in, because I was like, otherwise it would have been dumb. But then other than that,
is that going to keep you though from doing what you used to like to do in Battlefront 1?
Getting behind?
Yeah, you used to like to really cause some chaos in the back.
I mean, you could generally still. I mean, you can generally still get back there, but I mean, like once you're pushed back to the temple or the palace or whatever like that on that map, then you're pushed.
Well, yeah,
back
that's
to
true.
the
That's
palace,
just that map. The other maps might be different.
But I mean, in that one, like, it was cool that you could take these little ion cannons and shoot the thing, and then everyone had to concentrate fire. It was almost like Walker Assault in a way.
Yeah. But
like the timer was quick on that thing. But I mean, yeah, man, I might just be the starfighters all the time. I for some reason I really like the bombers because I like the idea of being able to just launch torpedoes and missiles and stuff like that, and you take a lot more damage as the bomber.
Well, let me ask you this too about
slow
about that beta. That was Naboo, so that was during the prequels. Was it weird to see Ray running around?
Yeah,
or Boba Fett.
I mean
or Han Solo?
that was kind of weird.
It was too. It kind of took me out of it a little bit, to tell you the truth.
That's true. Because then I was like going, okay, Han Solo in the Battle of Theed would probably be 5 or 6 years old. And if they want to make little tiny Han who's running around with a toy blaster, 5 or 6, I'm not going to stop you, but I'd be like going, that's weird. Why is that kid? Get that kid out of here. He's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But like Ray wasn't even born.
No, yeah, like Darth Maul fit in there fine.
Yeah, Darth Maul fits perfectly.
And who was
Chewie, you could put Chewie in there.
Yeah. They did have a Wookiee, but it wasn't technically Chewie, right?
The Wookiee was kind of fun though to play him. But yeah, the funny part is when everyone's like saving up their points to be the hero, and then like, because I was doing it as well when you're doing the Starfighter. Like, I wanted the Millennium Falcon, Millennium Falcon's taken. I'll be Poe Dameron's fighter. Oh, both fighters are taken. You can't really do anything because there's not a big choice there.
Yeah.
But like on the running the ground battle ones, you're waiting up for the heroes. Man, there's all kinds of other stuff to do. Like Ray would be taken or something like that, and I'd go, okay, I'm gonna come in as one of the fighters, like the like the old Rebellion era Y-wing fighters before they had the ones that were the ones that were just basically a cockpit with the engines behind them.
Yeah.
Because these are like the Clone Wars era ones, which are basically the same Y-wings. They just have all the stuff taken off of them. They're exact same ones.
Oh, okay.
But the funny thing was, like, if you when you get pushed back to the temple, or you get pushed back to the palace, like I was in one of the fighters, and I was just flying around taking shots. But then once they push up to the temple, or I keep saying temple, once they push up to the palace, you've only got a certain number of time allowed up in the air, because there's no reason for you to be up there anymore.
Yeah, it is pointless at that point.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's
Other than that, I was
it looks really good too.
prepping a Dungeons and Dragons game with your son earlier, making his character.
Yeah, getting that already.
And he's very imaginative, has all kinds of crazy ideas, and I'm like going, see, in D&D sometimes you don't want to say no, you can't do that, because people are going, well, okay, what's the point if I can't do what I want to do? But that's sometimes that's the problem. You can't do everything you want to do.
Yeah.
Like you get, I can go, oh, you want to do that? That's cool. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, and I could see like saying like, well, yeah, but that wouldn't make sense for that character. Your character you want to be, or this to be to have that ability or to do that. That makes sense too.
Like in this one, he wants to be a Dragonborn, which is basically a dragon,
walking
like a humanoid dragon. But in the original thing, Dragonborns are plentiful. It depends on, but to make him a little bit special. I got this idea from this one guy on YouTube, Matthew Colville, who does his Dragonborn were created by this mage. Like basically like my idea out of it was like these good dragons as they were allowed to keep 2 of their eggs to raise as their own, and then they would give they'd give these eggs to this mage, and he would do this little experiment with them, and they would hatch as basically little baby dragons, but humanoid.
Oh.
But then like if like say an adventuring party's out there and they fight like an evil dragon, and they kill her and she's got eggs, they would take those eggs to the mage and he'd do the same thing. So, excuse me, since Troy wants to be related to one of the black dragons, because each Dragonborn has a breath weapon ability as well. But they can't just, you can't just keep spitting fire or whatever like that. Yeah. Like you can do it once, and you have to take a thing called a short rest, which is basically like you got to like have enough time to like sit there. And I think it's a long rest. Like a long rest is basically you have to get a night's sleep, like 8 hours.
Oh dang, okay. Like
short rest is like you kind of hunker over and catch your air, and that's like 10 minutes to 30 minutes, something like that. But then he wants to be kind of a black dragon. He's kind of, his character is going to be kind of like black scales and stuff like that, with red eyes. And I was like, that's cool.
Is he going kind of like is he wanting to be a stealthy?
No, he wants to be like he's a monk. So he's just kind of like, I don't know. Think of any kung fu movie. That's what he is. He's like one of the Shaolin monks from a temple. He just looks like a dragon. He's not here, and He's not down here right now, so I'm going to do like a quick little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And basically when his egg was taken to his master, who I'm calling No Raven. Remember that name? That was Todd's.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was Todd's character's name. But I kind of like this is an alternate timeline because you're going to use the same character.
Yeah.
But I was like that'd be cool to use. So you know him, or you know of him.
Mm-hmm.
But like when Troy's character was hatched, this basically he was adopted. So this guy raised him. This is like his father. This master, this kung fu master guy. But I'm gonna have a little adventure where like basically he's gonna be chased off, so he's got to come find you, and that's how you guys are gonna meet your characters.
Okay.
He's starting off at first level. You're gonna start off at third level
third
because you've got more experience.
Woohoo!
So, but other than that's it.
Well, cool. Oh, you know what? Real quick, before we hop into this,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you because when we were talking about Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of the
trailer?
Yeah, I did. What did you think?
I thought it was good, but I think there's a lot of like, oh, this is what's gonna happen. Guess what? It's probably not gonna really.
Yeah,
happen
I'm just like the first trailer, man. It's not grabbing me.
Like
the first
that's
movie.
true too.
I remember after I watched, I was like, well, okay, I'll wait for the second trailer. Maybe it'll be a little bit. And after I got to watch the second trailer, I was just like, yeah. Because like you said, it's just
it kind of got me at first. So I was like, oh, I can't wait. But now I'm like going, I can kind of wait because like they had ticket sales on that first day, and I think they're pretty much. I wouldn't say they're sold out, but I mean like it's going to be a bitch to get to them on the first.
I just don't know what it is about this movie.
I might be able to wait.
Yeah,
but they had all these little things. Like I've watched a bunch of reactions
Mm-hmm.
of different people because I love watching people's reactions on YouTube to different movies. And they had the part where the porg pops up.
Yeah,
and it was funny because 99% of the reactions were all like, "Oh, cute, adorable, or whatever like that." And then you'd see that one guy go,
yeah,
porgs are gonna ruin Star Wars. Disney ruined Star Wars. Well, yeah, get in your crib and suck in your bottle, bitch. I hate those people. Freaking babies.
Jake. They look like a cross between a hamster and a penguin.
Yeah, they pretty much do. But basically they're based on they're called puffins. They're like I think they're little birds. They might be distantly related to penguins, but they're on that island that they filmed. Yeah, the one that Luke's on, and they're probably all over the place there. They were like going, well, we got to. I mean, you can't just go get out of here, little guys. Like that. They probably just looked at him and went, you know what? CG over them and make little characters because you could just use the same body.
Yeah,
and that's probably where porgs came from. So they probably just like going, CG him, make him a Star Wars creature.
Yeah, it's gonna sell a lot of toys. So
I mean, if you think Star Wars isn't about selling toys and it's Star Wars.
Star Wars has never been about selling toys.
Star Wars is for kids, dude. Yeah, I know that's the funny part. What is the thing where George Lucas didn't really get as much money from the Star Wars movies, but he was 100%.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right.
Sales?
Yeah, he was like, let me have.
That's how you had $1 billion to make
everything
all
that comes off the toys. I'll take that. I won't take as much for the movie if you just give me the 100% license of the toy.
Alec Guinness got a percentage of that because he was like, this movie might do good, but toy sales. And he was like, I'm gonna get some of that money.
Yeah, so that was freaking crazy.
Alec Guinness got some of that.
That was a nice little gamble, I guess, because at the time, man, toys were not. I mean, movie-related toys weren't
really
a thing.
That wasn't like I think after Star Wars, that's when it popped up. Like every movie basically has to come up with something to sell. Because remember, you can get action figures for Kathy Bates with a hammer, the sledgehammer.
Could you really?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, I was about to say,
but I could imagine Misery, the action figures.
You probably can, like through like McFarlane Toys or something. I bet you they've got something, man. They probably do. All right. So that was it for what we've been up to. So we're going to go ahead and hop into... I think technically the topic was... What's the actual verbiage for the topic?
The actual verbiage is music, and it was in two categories, all genres or soundtracks. And all genres was first, or genres. I never know my
all
words.
genres.
Well, it's like my aunt doesn't say garage. I say garage.
Garage?
Yeah. But she goes garage the way she says it.
Garage.
Garage.
Oh, garage.
But she does like a French because garage is a French word apparently. but she puts the French spin on it. I'm like going, really? You're in Nashville. Knock it off.
Oh, it's just like watching people cook food, and it's Italian food, but they have to say it with that accent.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
It's not mozzarella, it's mozzarella.
It's mozzarella.
Yeah, it's mozzarella.
Just like they're called fajitas. I'm sorry.
Fajitas.
Jalapenos. Put some jalapenos in my fajitas.
Oh, dang. But I'm gonna take. I think you are too. I'm gonna go with the soundtracks part.
Yes.
So this is gonna be
because all genres is easy. You just go. I like some country. Yeah, I'll wrap this up in less than 5 minutes. Watch. I like some country music. I didn't like country music until I could actually play it on Rock Band, and then I realized, man, these guys can play some guitar.
Yeah.
Especially when I got to the Johnny Cash stuff, because Johnny Cash is awesome. Okay, that's all I need for country.
There you
go. Part 2, classical music. I love classical music.
Yep.
And I like some blues, but particularly my blues I like is what's his name? Oh my God, I forgot his name. Stevie Ray Vaughan. There you go. And then I like this is technically this is rock, but I like a lot of southern rock.
Mm-hmm.
Like Creedence. Creedence is kind of southern rock. And then Led Zeppelin. Not Led Zeppelin. Who's the other one?
Are you talking about Leonard Skinner?
There you go.
Yeah.
What?
Well, L's.
Damn it.
I was listening to some Leonard Skinner at work today.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. And then I like that new band, The Pretty Reckless, because they have like a rock, but it's kind of like a southern rock stuff. But then that's the band I told you about, where the lead singer, I swear to God, that girl sold her soul. Because a lot of her music is about how, one of the new songs, I really like the song though, but it's like how she basically sold her soul at the crossroads.
Oh,
to get in the rock. And I'm like going, wait a minute, they're kind of popular.
It's like,
hold on a second.
Is there some truth behind this?
Yeah, there's some truth. But the funny part is when she talks about the whole thing she talks about, it's almost like how they did it in the show Supernatural. You go to the crossroads, you dig a little box with some of your stuff, and you put it in there, and then a crossroads demon appears, and that's how you sell your soul. And if it's like you get 10 years, but you get you get whatever you want, but then 10 years a hellhound comes for you.
Oh, that would suck. That's not
and
worth
only
it
you
at
can
all.
see the hellhound. Nobody else can see
screw that.
But when it attacks, like in the show, man, I like that show. Even though it's getting to the point now where you're like going, come on, man, find an ending. It's 13 seasons now.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're doing the same thing over and over and over. Find an end. That should have been over. It should have been done on the 6th season.
I've never even got that far.
It's a good show. I like the characters. I like Dean. Dean's my favorite of the two brothers. But that's because he's more like me, and
because he's the more handsome of the
stuff
two.
He likes, and he's much more handsome. Plus he's the older brother. I always seem to be the older person in any of my friendships.
Well, that's true. You are older than me.
Yeah. But you're older than me.
I'm older than you.
Stress-wise, because you have a wife and kids. Don't have any of that.
Yeah.
That's why I would be a perfect president. You know why that would be? Don't have to worry about a wife. Don't have to worry about kids. I can do 24 hours.
Well, let me go back to when I was like, yeah. Because my wife listens to this. I wasn't doing it because oh yeah, that's right, I'm married. No, it wasn't like that. It was just the stress level. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, the stress level.
Now we can get that. We talked about that, and when you and I were discussing about Halloween and Christmas, and how I.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We can. Wait, can we talk about this one? We can talk about that on the Halloween one.
Yeah,
we'll do that next.
We'll do that next.
Skip it.
All right. So I've got a couple honorable mentions, but I'll do that at the end. But we're gonna do top.
I was just fooling around rolling dice. I just rolled a 20.
You just rolled a 20.
That would have been supernatural.
We are gonna go ahead and just talk about our top 5 favorite soundtracks.
Yes.
So and for me, this is in no particular order. Me and Ryan's got this one of our top 5s are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk about that one. We're going to talk about each together. We're going to do my number 5, his number 5, then my number 4, his number 4, and so on.
I don't really have mine in order, but
yeah, I don't either. When I get to number 1, that's not my favorite overall. It's just I just got them on the list. But for number 5 for us, we have.
What are you doing? Oh.
Yeah.
Man, that already makes me... I want to fight now.
Heck yeah.
This song plays in my head whenever I get angry.
Listen to that, man. That's so freaking awesome. Yeah. We are talking about the one and only Conan the Barbarian, or Conan the Barbarian. That is a great, great soundtrack.
Conan the Barbarian,
man.
soon to be sued by Basil Polidorus.
Yes. We do not own the rights to any of this music. And we're just playing quick snippets.
Yeah. It's not like we're getting paid for this.
No. Yeah. See, looking back, I wish I would have done this
anyway.
for the 80s music one, but I just wasn't sure. But
Yeah.
I've heard so many podcast stuff that they play snippets of stuff that I'm like, nobody knows who we are. It's like, it's a few seconds of a song, this or soundtracks and all this.
I always hear other people playing. I mean, they do little snippets here and there. I mean, and then they'll put at the bottom, "Do not own the rights," and there doesn't seem to be a problem. So.
Yeah, but man, Conan the Barbarian, that is a great. Just hearing those horns come in, you got the drum, the boom.
Oh yeah,
boom,
the drum
boom,
is
boom,
the
boom,
drum
boom,
is a good
boom.
part.
Just everything about that soundtrack is very cool. It just fits perfect with that movie.
There's that one, and then there's the song. The call was the Battle for the Mounds.
Oh yeah. Hang on one second, I'm gonna play that because that's my other favorite one.
Yeah, that beginning part.
Okay, here we go. This is probably gonna have. Wait, might have a little bit of Arnold at the beginning.
Oh, the prayer to Crom.
Yeah.
That part's awesome.
I think let's wait and see. Maybe not.
Crom.
Crom.
I have not prayed to you before. I have no tongue for it. Just skipping through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even you will remember.
Yeah.
A good man or bad.
Why we fought. Why we died. No. Memorized?
Two stood against many. That's what's important.
That's such a great movie.
Power pleases you, Crom. So grant
Me
me
one request.
Grant me revenge.
Yes.
And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Oh, this still gives me goosebumps, man. All right, here we go.
Love that.
Here's the build-up. This is actually the Anvil of Crom one's cool, but this is my favorite part of the soundtrack. Here we go.
Start swinging swords, folks.
Yep. Oh, that's so awesome, dude. I love that.
There's also a part they don't have on the soundtrack, and that's when Super Tai's getting his arrows, and it plays that little jingly sound.
Oh, yeah.
It's like this weird little it's this weird little like jingly kind of like Asian Mongolian kind of part.
Yeah,
but it's when he has his bow and he's taking guys out left and right, and then those guys charge him and he has no more arrows left, and he just kind of draws the bow and that guy freaks out and back and falls over.
The other little guy comes out, he sends a spear, he's like, ah! He's like, I got him.
He goes, "That's how we do it. I did it with my spear," and he spanks him and he goes, "Ah." Such a good movie.
Oh, dang.
I can watch that movie over and over.
Yeah.
Which is funny because on the DVD I have has stuff that was added that was cut out, but I also have the Blu-ray that doesn't have that stuff. So it doesn't have. But I keep both because I'm not going to get rid of that DVD.
Yeah, no. That's that's awesome soundtrack.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, I'm going to move on up to my number 4 favorite soundtrack. And we'll just play this part and see if Ryan can tell me what it is.
What is this games? What the hell is that? Forrest Gump?
No. Super. Fast forward. I love those horns, man.
What the hell is this?
Strings.
Oh, man! No, I lost me. What is it?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Is it Field of Dreams?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It is The Rocketeer.
Oh, The Rocketeer.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love the soundtrack of this movie, man.
I don't have that soundtrack.
Oh, The Rocketeer.
That is a good one.
Just listening to that again, man. Again, like I said, gives me goosebumps.
Because we used to do that in role playing games. Whenever we'd play, we played D&D, and we'd just start playing the Conan the Barbarian soundtrack, and we were like,
Oh, would you really?
yeah. Like that was how we started it off. Or like anytime combat would start, that's when it would start. Dum dum dum. Or it was roll initiative. We're in trouble.
And that and that I don't know. I think that movie doesn't get enough love. Anyway,
That movie
it's
is
a
really
great
good.
movie, man.
Yeah, that movie's really good.
I was rewatching, even though the special effects, that was
a little
what
bit dated.
early '90s.
That
movie?
was very early '90s.
A little dated, but man, it still holds up.
Man, that movie made me fall in love with what's her face, Jennifer Connelly, because she looked like Betty Page.
Oh yeah,
She's gorgeous in that movie.
yeah, that movie. It's just
But she has
so
that
good.
sass. She's just kind of like I like that. I like
It's got
the fiery personality.
it's got Jaws from the James Bond movies. Big
Yeah.
tall dude.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is though. He actually just died not too long
Yeah,
ago.
he was in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Well, you can. Oh my God! I love that part.
Oh man.
But yeah, the Rocketeer.
I'll be seeing you
Yeah.
in the parking lot. Ooh.
Oh, he hits a shot real quick. He takes off. Oh dang.
Oh man.
But yeah, the Rocketeer. That's if you haven't seen that movie, which you probably have,
All right.
check it out. But check out the soundtrack, man. It's a great soundtrack. Now we're gonna move on to Ryan's number 4.
Oh man, this
and
one.
let me
This one is one of my favorites, and I'm dreading.
which one of those you want me to play?
Hold on.
He's picking the which song from the soundtrack to play,
Oh, that's a good one.
so y'all can hear.
I am the new way to go. I am the way of the future.
You only know the scene from one part in this movie.
New way to go. I am the way of the future.
This is the part. Go ahead and turn it down a little bit if you want to.
Does it get really loud?
Nah, I'm just being crucified. You face these things of the flesh.
And what is this from, sir?
It's from the movie The Crow, and this is from the part in when he's in the boardroom, and he gets up on the table and he starts telling the guy. He goes, "What are you at? What are you here after?" And he's like, "You." And he's like, "All right, I'm bored of this shit." And they just shoot Brandon Lee, and he falls down, and he vanishes, and then he gets up, and it's just this gunfight between one guy who doesn't have a gun and everyone else with automatic weapons, and he's just taking bullets left and right.
I've seen. I've only seen that movie one time.
That movie's really good. I remember when that movie first came out because I was big into Brandon Lee when he first appeared, because I remember he was in this one movie and I'm like, "Oh, it's Brandon Lee's son." That's crazy, Brandon Lee. Because Brandon Lee's one of my favorite, of course, martial artists. He's number one and on the top 10 of martial artists to me.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, but then he had it's just like the soundtrack to that is just so good because you've got like Stone Temple Pilots, you got 9 Inch Nails, Rage Against the Machine, Violent Femmes, Helmet, Pantera.
Oh, which Pantera song is it?
The Badge.
Okay, the Badge.
You want to play that real quick?
The Badge.
It should be on
You can go
The
and keep.
Cure. Oh, that's a good.
The
that's
Cure,
one
Burn.
of my. That's a good song, Burn. But like, I'm so dreading because they want to do a remake, and I'm like, going, okay, first of all, you want to do a remake of a movie where a guy died. So basically, you're going, yeah, man, your sacrifice means nothing to us.
Yeah, that's true. Here's.
And then they're going to want to try to. Did you hear that beginning part?
Who was that in the beginning?
It was from Taxi Driver.
Oh, okay.
It's classic Pantera. Play that Cure song real quick.
The Cure one.
Yeah, it's
Burn?
called Burn. Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, like, they're gonna try it. They got to make a soundtrack, and it's gonna suck compared to this.
You know what? You're probably right too, man. I see him just using.
It's gonna eat ass.
Yeah.
Tongue all up in that ass
Oh Lord.
with teeth.
Oh.
That sounds gross. It's gonna suck. But I mean, listen, this is the beginning when the crow's flying over the city.
This is the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you hear this part, hold on. When these drums pick up, and then That's when the crows flying over the city.
Oh, okay. I don't remember much about the movie.
It's a beautifully shot film.
I gotta rewatch that.
That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I mean, like that soundtrack is just a lot of soundtracks are based on where when they were filmed,
Right.
like time wise, like in the era, and that was a perfect that's just a perfect one of those perfect soundtracks.
Mm-hmm. It had a lot of good songs, a lot of good artists on there too.
I guess that's it for The Crow. I mean, that's a really good soundtrack. I usually revisit that one every now and then.
All right, so let me.
Next.
Yeah, I'm trying. This is gonna be my number 3.
Okay. On these, like, do you go through and like cut these? Because I noticed like when I listen to them, they're not really. There's a lot of stuff where like I thought would be edited.
The last
little pauses and stuff like that.
The last 2 I did not. Sometimes I do. I would go through and cut out some of the more down parts when we're not saying anything.
Yeah.
But the last 2 episodes I didn't just cause,
You're just like get them on there.
Yeah, because I didn't have a lot of time and I still wasn't 100% feeling good. I was like, I'll just
go through and cut my gross choking sounds of my.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This one I don't know if I will because
No!
I'm putting it up this
Sorry,
weekend.
folks.
I'm putting it up this weekend and I got to work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time.
Oh man.
All right, so for my number 3 favorite soundtrack, it's actually it's a trilogy, kind of. Well, this movie has more than 3 movies, but it's just the first 3 movies. I'm just piling them all together because I really like the soundtrack for all 3.
All right, let me hear.
All right, here we go. Hopefully, it's not gonna have an ad.
Superman.
Nope.
I'm kidding. Batman. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's more than a trilogy.
Right, but it's the first 3 movies that I really like the soundtrack to.
No, this is a good sound. This. Oh my God! You know what this would have been perfect.
What's that?
Okay, when I was in the Navy, we used to do these things called underway replenishments, and basically it's like where your ship, like say, okay, I'm doing hand gestures so you can see what I'm doing. You got your ship here, and then a refueler will pull up alongside, and they would throw hoses over here, and you would plug them into your ship, and they would fuel. Fuel's got to go in, so you got to keep your stuff perfectly right next to each other.
Oh.
Because you can't go too far out because the hoses will bust and there'll be fuel everywhere. And so whenever you do the underway replenishment, you do the part where they detach, and as you're sailing away from the other ship, you'll play something over your 1MC, which is the ship's intercom system.
Yeah.
And you can play it topside and everything. And we used to play, because I used to be up there as messenger of the watch during underway replenishments, because I had to talk directly to the captain, which was weird because I had a tongue person at the time. I could almost do ventriloquism now. Hold on. I can almost do ventriloquism now because I can talk with just my teeth. So he couldn't see my tongue piercing because that's a damage of U.S. property.
Oh no!
If you get a sunburn, that's damage of property, damage of U.S. property.
Really, in the military?
Yeah. Because if you can't work because you have a sunburn, you were outside. You damaged United States.
Did you know anybody that ever got in trouble for that?
I remember I did get a sunburn once, but I was like, I'm just gonna grit my teeth and work through it.
Dang.
So, but the thing that any kind of like pain or anything like that is always Motrin in the Navy. Like you could sever a limb. They'd be like, take 2 of these and go take a nap. Oh
dang.
So under replenishment, when you pull away, you're sailing off and the other ship is going. They're going away from you, but they can still hear your music. And I used to play like Thunder Kiss 65 all the time whenever we were pulling away. And the captain didn't care. He was just like, dude, do whatever. But like now, that would have been the perfect song to play. You just sail away like we're the Pirates of the Caribbean song. It would have been great.
Everybody out on deck.
Oh man, that was a long story just for a quick explanation. I do that a lot.
No, that I really like. I have the soundtrack for the first 3 movies. There's a lot of them.
Gotta get those.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. I like just a lot of each song in there is really good. You got I'm not gonna hunt it down and play it, but you got the kind of like the bad guy theme. It's pretty cool sounding too. And if you just want to get in a pirate mood, man, throw those soundtracks on big time.
Yeah, and a lot of role playing games. What?
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell what that said.
Couldn't read that? Oh.
Yeah. Is that the first one or second one?
Oh, any of them. Well, actually, the first one's one of the better ones, but the second one does have a pretty good.
Okay. Hang on. But yeah, that's it for my number 3. We're gonna move on to Ryan's number 3.
Let's see. My number 3 is. Let's see.
You just trying to find a song to play from it real quick.
Yeah, I think I want.
Yeah, I know
Is
there's.
volume 2 on there?
You'd have to. That gave it away.
It don't matter. Yeah, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's volume 1 and 2. I like the first one better, but I do like the second one, and it's the. Is this it? Man, this is it. That's not it.
What is this?
That's a pretty good song, though.
Who is that?
By Silver.
Oh, okay.
How do I go back? Okay.
I know there's one in particular. I like the one they used on the trailer. I think
that's what I was looking for.
Is that an ad?
Yeah.
Come
on.
ads.
All right.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, this would have been.
That's a great song, dude.
It is pretty good. It's got a good beat, dude. It's got a
Yeah,
good beat,
it does. I'm bobbing my head.
I don't want to know your name. It's awesome.
That's a good song. Fox on the Run.
Yeah, but I mean,
Those
Guardians
are
of the
great
Galaxy,
soundtracks.
it's like the soundtrack is very judgmental in that one because the soundtrack is based on the movies. They're the songs that his mom put on a mixtape for him.
Yeah.
And they would have to come from her generation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what 60s, early 70s, stuff like that. And it's always like these feel-good kind of songs. Like you get a lot of personality out of it because you would think like, oh, okay, well that's what maybe that's just how his mom was. She has these feel-good kind of songs, you know? And these really cool songs that come out during the time. Like she's got David Bowie on there in the first one, stuff like that. But I mean, like the soundtrack itself is a character.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely, 100%, dude.
But it's just like, it's just also like. I'm almost confused now because have you watched the second one yet?
No, not yet.
Damn it!
I know. I'm waiting to watch it with the family. That's why. Why I haven't watched it yet.
Well, he gets a certain thing on there. This isn't really spoiling.
I don't know. What are you about to say there, fella?
Remember a certain device that I had?
No.
It wasn't an iPod. It was the other one.
Oh, yeah, because I heard the Zune.
Yeah, he gets a Zune. He's like, there's 300 songs on that. And he's like, what? You know, like blows his mind because you know he's used to his Walkman.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how the soundtrack's going to be after. I mean, if they do a third, maybe I guess they're going to do it. Are they trying to do trilogies of each one of these?
I don't know because I know they're going to be in the Infinity.
Because Iron Man's pretty much done.
Infinity Wars.
Yeah. But I mean, I would think they're trying to get a trilogy of every one of the movies.
I don't see how they don't make a third one with how big the two of them have been.
Yeah, but the soundtrack will be different because if he's got access to 300 songs, it's not really his mom's anymore. It's just whatever he likes.
Yeah,
which is going to be that kind of makes me curious. Anyway, that's it for that. That's a very good soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. Ryan's got some good ones on there. All mine are all instrumental.
These are my numbers. Yeah, most of mine I do have instrumental ones, but it's like the Alien soundtrack.
Oh heck yeah! Oh, I should have threw that on there.
I used to have that CD. I'm trying to find it again. Another great soundtrack. My friend Chance and I used to listen to the soundtrack, but it was like the game was we listened to Raiders of the Lost Ark soundtrack, but then you had to think like. What movie you would put that in and where... Because I used to play a lot of games with my friends back in the day. It was all game-centric. We always try to come up with ideas. And so it was like, listen to Raiders of the Lost Ark, the theme when they go into the Well of the Souls, that music, or
Yeah.
the one with the map room, that one.
Yeah.
The way that plays out and go and now put it in another movie, it can't be Raiders of the Lost Ark themed. So like one was like a Dungeons and Dragons movie where they enter like an old temple or something like that, where that music can play, and you're like you can see
visually-
the images in your head. You can,
Dude.
you can kind of do stuff like
When I was a kid, that's what got me to love instrumental soundtracks. Was I would listen to them
that. Yeah.
and just envision my own movie and my own
Exactly,
scene
yes,
to it.
yeah.
I used to do that all the time when I
It's
was a
like
kid. I do it now
Aliens-
still.
In Aliens, there's always that one theme they play. I swear it's the second to the last song, but they played it in Die Hard. They play it in like all action movies. It's this weird raise. It's this rise up kind of music. Where
Oh, yeah.
It's the part where, in the actual one, is when they're trying to get out of there. It goes dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
They're trying to fly out of there and get away from the thing when it explodes.
Yep.
But that music plays when what's his name pops up out of the thing in Die Hard, and then Officer Powell takes him down.
Oh
With
yeah,
the
right at
shots,
the end. Yeah.
that music plays during that part. You're going, really? You couldn't think of anything else?
Turn my car into Swiss cheese.
Oh no, it's not that part. It's the
No,
part
it's
where,
very end,
where,
yeah.
where Carl goes, ah, and he's got that
Yeah.
Styrofoam, and he's trying to shoot him, and he goes, with that big cannon he's shooting.
They do that weird pull out, zoom in, weird thing. And he's like, "Whoa!"
Oh,
he
man.
used his revolver.
He used his pistol. He said he was never going to draw his gun.
And I'm going to throw this out there too. You mentioned Raiders of the Lost Ark, John Williams. I didn't throw Star Wars or Raiders on it, just because to me that's a given.
Yeah, that is a given.
Those are just great soundtracks in general.
Some of the new music that was in that trailer, that was a kind of a weird. It was like this build. It was like this build
Yeah,
up,
it
and
was.
then it was like a little bit of the good and the bad together. It was weird. It was a weird mix. But I was like, yeah, that sound. I don't think you can go wrong with the soundtracks.
No.
Um.
But, all right, for my number 2.
Yeah.
It is this. I know Ryan's going to get this.
I can't hear it.
Yep, I can see him. He's like I know this.
I want to say Predator, but
As soon as the music like hits, you're gonna go, oh yeah. It's coming. It's almost
come
here.
on.
Here it comes.
What is this? Goodfellas? What the hell is this?
I promise I'll find you.
Oh, Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, Last of the Mohicans. I mean Mohicans.
You get your names right.
It is a great theme, dude.
Yeah,
the
man,
soundtrack's good too.
That totally. Oh, I didn't even think of that. That is a good soundtrack. That's a good soundtrack, especially the part when what's his name's just going to town.
Dude, yeah, that's got one of the best endings to a movie.
Oh, it's so good, and it's so justified. You're like,
Oh,
when you're
heck
watching,
yeah.
you're going, "Oh, kick his ass," because you're just like,
and that's
you're
one of the
totally
movies that the bad Indian he's already thinking, oh, this is gonna be a showdown.
Yeah, it's gonna
and
be a
the dad just
showdown.
comes up and kicks the crap
well, that's
out
because
of him.
the beauty part is, I want that in more movies where like the young hotshot thinks he's got this done, and the guy with the wisdom and the experience
Yeah.
beats the shit out of him.
That's exactly what happens too. Spoilers if you've never seen Last of the Mohicans. That was
Oh, I know,
freaking
yeah.
awesome part.
But I mean, like, I want that in more movies where, like, the young kung fu dude comes up, he's like, "Well, I got this," and then the grandmaster just
Yeah.
whoops his ass because he's like, "You don't know these moves. I've got 10 to every one of your one.
Yep.
I've got 10 counters for every one of your punches."
The music, the soundtrack to that movie is just—it's a
That
great
is a
movie.
good soundtrack, man.
Good soundtrack.
Yeah, I found that on Blu-ray the other day. I
Last of the
I
Mohicans?
had to grab that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I have that on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. I don't know if I have it on Blu-ray yet.
I have most
Really
things
good
still on DVD because I don't know how to get rid of my DVDs.
Well, that movie too.
I'm thinking of just going, hey, let's go get a shotgun and just.
Well, that movie too has got some moments when I kind of cringe. I'm like, oh, it's
Oh yeah.
when the two girls and the lieutenant or wherever they get captured, their caravan whatever gets hit by the Indian tribe.
ambush. Yeah.
And there's one scene in particular, a guy is is he on the ground or he's beat up there? But you see an Indian, he has a tomahawk.
Grabs
He
him.
hits him twice in the gut with his tomahawk.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, in my, because I always hold my stomach. I'm like,
that gets you. The one that always gets me is when they grab the guy and then they go, they
scalping?
do the quick scalp. You're like going, ow, come on.
Oh.
I saw a picture of a guy who survived the scalping when he was like 5 years old.
Dude,
But
dang.
he was older by this time. And I don't know how they fixed. I think they put pig skin or something up there. Like stitched
Really?
in there, yeah. So he like basically had probably wore a hat all of his life.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean like that. Yeah, you're basically grabbing the hair and then you're pulling back as you're, that stuff doesn't come off easy.
No, dang.
Oh yeah, I got two for this last one because they both take place in the 90s.
Okay, but you're just which one are you doing first?
Give me this one first.
All right.
And then if you can't read the second one, it's this word.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this didn't give me exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Beatles?
Well, it's not.
I'm surprised you haven't seen this movie.
Here, I guess just you have to pick which one you want to play. From
Yay!
And then we'll.
Wow, what's that doing on there? Awesome. Oh, but this does have one of the. It's not on here though.
I don't know if.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see what this is. Oh, cranberries.
The Cranberries.
Very 90s.
Yeah.
It's a cranberry. It's called Liar.
Oh.
I love her voice.
I don't know if I ever heard this song.
Oh, she didn't do it
Yeah.
yet. But there's a part, yeah, I can't do that with my voice. I think my friend Susie can do it. Hold on. There you go.
And what is that from, sir?
Empire Records.
Empire
It's
Records.
Rex Manning Day. You don't know what that is.
No, I've never seen
Rex
Empire
Manning
Records.
Day, yeah.
But who else is on this soundtrack?
Who else is on the soundtrack? There's one thing in there that let's see. There's a lot of people. The Cranberries, Martinis, Toad the Wet Sprocket. Oh.
I do know Toad the Wet Sprocket.
I remember when Toad the Wet Sprocket came out, and my friend Travis goes, "You got to see this video." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Look at this." And he started playing it. Apparently, I look like Todd. I look like when I at that age, I look like Todd or the guy, the lead singer from Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Do you really?
Apparently, I did. Apparently, now I look like the lead singer of Skinny Puppy. That's what my friend said. My friend Ski. Who else is on here? A bunch of other people that aren't really the Mises, Coyote Shivers, Ape Hangers. What the hell? These names, man. Gin Blossoms.
That's what I had in my last motorcycle.
Gin Blossoms. Till I hear it from you. Sounds familiar. But there's a part in there where the manager of Empire Records, he goes in and he has a drum set in his thing, and he puts the he takes the phone off the hook and he puts it up, but it's the phone and it's also goes to the speaker, to the intercom speaker of the Empire Records.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So out on the main floor, and he starts playing drums, and he has a jukebox in his office, and he starts playing it. But he starts playing drums along to the song, and it's "If You Want Blood, You've Got It."
Oh.
AC/DC. And there's a part in there where one of the main characters. It's
a good song.
I'm showing you the picture. This guy right here.
Yeah.
He starts like lip syncing to that song.
Yeah.
But he's doing this weird it's not an AC/DC dance. He looks like Mick Jagger doing. It's really weird. It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah, I need to see the movie. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I'll have to bring that over sometime. And the other one is.
What do you want to? Which one's your actual last one?
I'm gonna make this one my last one.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even. Did you want that? I didn't even see that.
No, not because we already covered that one.
Okay, so you want to make that one then your last one?
Yeah, I'll make that one my
Okay.
last one.
All right. So I'll throw my last one.
Yeah,
up
yours are
real
more
quick.
instrumental. Mine are more like stuff like eras, like
Yeah.
specific ones. mostly the 90s. Because you'd think like I'd have a lot more 80s, like
Yeah, what about like John Hughes?
like-
a lot of
yeah,
his,
like a lot of Breakfast Club stuff
yeah.
like that. Which I mean, I'll go ahead and just cover those. Most of those soundtracks are I don't even have to name them because they're automatically awesome.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Breakfast Club, Weird Science, all these other especially it's mostly the John
Hughes stuff, man.
Hughes
Yeah,
music.
he just
I swear to God, because he didn't really, if the story goes the way I think it does, John Hughes really had nothing to do with the music. He would turn to Molly Ringwald and what's his name?
Which one?
The one who played the nerd. in
oh
Breakfast
yeah, I
Club.
can't remember what his name is. Yeah,
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah, Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah,
Because I think he would just turn to them and go, "Hey, what's popular?" And they would go, "Oh, well, this is the stuff I'm into," and that would make it into the movie. Which I think, man, Molly Ringwald must have launched so many bands' careers because of the stuff she was into. Maybe
could have,
you
man.
think so? Because I mean, yeah,
Those movies were popular, man.
I mean, I don't know the stories, but I mean, yeah, there's.
We're just gonna say it right here.
A lot of bands you probably wouldn't even have heard of if it wasn't for those. A lot of those movies and stuff.
Hey.
I love that song. Every time I hear that song, I go, "Got to get a lottery ticket."
You should.
That's when I won money.
All right, for my last one,
Do it.
here we go.
Do it.
See if you can hear it.
99 Left Blues.
No.
Oh. Why does it sound familiar?
Gotta turn the speaker up a little.
Is it Red Dawn? That's a good soundtrack. It sounds like a military one.
Yep.
Saving Private Ryan? Band of Brothers?
No, you gotta go further back in history.
This is a Civil War?
Uh-huh.
Is it really?
Yep.
Is it Glory?
Yes,
Okay.
Glory.
That is a good
I
one.
love this freaking soundtrack, man. This song right here, this is the end credit stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But this this is probably my favorite one. I think.
I'll tell you a song that needs to be.
No, not this one. I'm sorry. This one right here. This is my favorite song on the soundtrack.
When's this part?
I just love that choir, man. Singing is awesome.
Is this one what's his name dies?
Yeah, this is Charging Fort Wagner.
Oh, yeah.
See if we can build up.
This is when they start marching.
Yeah, this is when this is
They're like,
Matthew
"Double step,
Broderick.
Go!
He gets shot up, and boom, Denzel Washington gets shot and
yeah.
killed, and this is when they're finally up on the fort and they're going through, and then you got the big build up.
Yeah, they're going to town. I mean, understandably, I mean it's a cool battle, but I mean what a downer.
Yeah, and they get to the end, and
They're
they're
like
like Morgan Freeman and
everyone's
Carrie
all
Ellis, and
freeze
they're like,
framed. They're all standing there going, if we don't move, they're going to shoot us.
the vision's based
when I
on
would've
movement.
turned. Yeah, I would have. The rebels can't shoot or anything else. They're like T-Rexes.
It's like, wait, we knew we were.
Don't
they knew
move.
they're coming. Yeah.
They're like, I can't see him. Well, dang, where does boys go? But
I love that soundtrack though,
That is a good soundtrack.
and that's a
The one I'm
good
thinking of
movie,
is
too, man.
Alamo, the one with
with Billy Bob.
with Billy Bob Thornton. But the part where they start playing the drums and he goes, "Let me see if I can kick this up a notch," and he starts playing his fiddle along with them, and the
Yeah.
Mexicans are like, there's a young boy and there's like an older gentleman, kind of like Mexican soldier, but he kind of looks at the kid and he goes Crockett, because he knows who that is. He's like, only Crockett could play only Davy Crockett would play the fiddle or violin
Yeah.
to Where You're Gonna Die drums. That's awesome.
All right, that was my
There's gonna
my
be
last
a number
one.
of songs I might play off this one because this is a really good '80s grunge soundtrack. If you don't know what that is already, ooh,
Then get out.
get out.
So that was my top.
This is actually the big one that came from this. That's Alice in Chains, Wood.
That's Alice in Chains.
Yeah. And this is to the soundtrack of Singles, which took place in the grunge era.
I've never seen it. Your last two I've never
Pretty
seen.
decent. Oh, it's got Mudhoney on here. Yeah, there's a lot of it's a lot of like grunge bands, but they're also actually in the movie. Like Chris Cornell's in there. Eddie Vedder's in there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they actually have a live concert thing from like they're in a band watching Alice in Chains, and this is the song playing. Yeah,
That's awesome. I need to see that movie.
it's pretty good. Ooh. No, the song isn't in it, but I almost played it just because. What else? It's very, very, very 90s.
Very 90s. Boom. Oh. I'm just kidding.
Chris Cornell.
What song is this?
It's called Seasons.
Seasons. I don't know if I've heard this. Yeah, I've never seen singles.
Oh yeah, easily Chris Cornell.
Yeah. What? When was this released? You said in the 90s?
Yeah, mid 90s. Maybe mid 90s. I think this came out when I was in the Navy. Because when I was in the Navy it was 94 to 98, and that's when grunge kicked up in. This might have come out in the early 90s. I don't know. I don't have the thing. But yeah, just so many good soundtracks.
Yeah, that was. I've got a couple. Excuse me. I got a couple honorable mentions. I want to talk.
Oh, okay.
If I can find it real quick.
I've got like. I could probably just name off some. Like the Hobbit soundtrack is really good.
The Lord of the Rings
soundtrack
yes.
is really good. Because some of those I have. I don't have. I didn't want to pull those.
Yeah, I almost put the Lord of the Rings on here.
I went there and I got all this. Do I have the Rogue One? I have the Rogue One soundtrack.
Yeah.
I basically grabbed any Star Wars soundtrack I'm gonna get.
All right, here's one of my honorable mentions.
All right.
We'll play it real quick.
Do it. I'll write one down for you.
Okay. See if I can. Oh, here you go.
What? Is this Tron?
Yeah, Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy?
That movie was okay, but that soundtrack
yeah,
is
the sound.
pretty
Oh
awesome,
yeah, because
dude.
it's Daft Punk. Yeah, that is a really
Yeah.
good soundtrack. I have that soundtrack. What's the thing in the movie where he says I came up with that idea? Like it was something somebody else came up with because he wasn't there.
Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was iPhones or something.
I got in. Oh, here comes the bow bow.
I got in.
That is just such a cool sound, man.
Oh man, you have to look up. You have to look up something real quick.
The Tron Legacy.
After you find this one.
That's Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's see.
That my handwriting is horrible.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. This is one of Ryan's honorable mentions.
I got another honorable mention if you haven't already thought.
Yeah, I got one more honorable mention, then I'll do that one.
Well, I have 3.
What?
I'm horrible.
Well, this is. Come on. We gonna play?
If the one, if
Oh, here we go.
this is the one you find. Oh, here we go. I want the main part.
Yeah, it should be coming.
I'm already laughing because now I want to watch it. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's 80s action movie at its best. I remember when you used to do this, you would like mouth it, and I go, you know how to do that.
Dude, this right here, that actual
Dude,
theme right there.
There's a lot of those like that. You could go RoboCop.
Oh,
You could
heck
play
yeah!
that.
And see, and that's the thing. I have a lot when I was trying to think of soundtracks. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, I love that one. Oh, I love this one. Oh, I love that one. But then I got thinking, and I was like, well, I like the theme.
Yeah, it's a lot of times it's just the theme.
like
But I mean,
RoboCop. Yeah, too.
RoboCop's
Dun,
a great
dun,
theme.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, makes me want to drive a flat black painted Ford Taurus and dress it up like a police car.
Yeah, here this is my second honorable mention, but this is the one where I've actually listened to the whole soundtrack, but I really only like this song off of it.
That's what I think it is.
But it's so freaking
it better be what I
bad.
think it is.
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
I don't know. Maybe. No, this is what I was thinking. What is this? Fight Club.
No.
Bagger Vance.
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
It's an action movie. What is this? Is it Matrix?
No,
Jesus.
it's what we named our road trip after.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I had this soundtrack too.
that is such
It's Fury Road.
yeah, Mad Max Fury Road. That is such a very, very cool. I don't even think that's technically the theme. It's just called, that one's called. No, I just have Mad Max Fury Road on there. But I've listened to the whole soundtrack, and it's the rest of the soundtrack is just it's okay. But that one's really, really, really cool. I want to throw that in as my excuse me, my last honorable mention, and we'll hit Ryan's last or his other honorable.
Yeah, let me pull that up because if it's, let me see what they have because
All right.
I don't want to play the main one.
You want to play
No,
something specific?
Yes, this is it.
Oh.
I always love this part because the Hawkman diving. This is from Flash Gordon.
Oh, dang.
The sound it's Queen, but that soundtrack, which is funny because this song was in a game called Rygar.
Was it really?
On Nintendo. And whenever you ran around in the little desert area with the mountains, this is the song playing. I'm like going, I'm just gonna stay on this level all the time because I like that build. Now you can hear the laser shots.
Yeah.
Hold on, the guitar picks up.
Dive!
That's funny.
Where are you at, guitar? Well, it teased us.
You can hear the guns.
Oh,
That's what their laser guns sound like. It's so funny.
we're almost at the end of it.
The Swiss Barrel goes down and down and down and down and down. This crazy guitar kicks in.
We got 3 seconds.
Nah, it's over. That's the part when he goes. He's like, Hawkman, dive! I was thinking he's going, die, because they're flying down there getting shot out of the sky.
Yeah, the first when he first said it, I was thinking, I was like, did he say die?
Did he say die? He just wants this guy, he's like, he on too many mouths to feed.
Yeah, then you watch the Hawkman, they just fall.
Hawkman die. But there's that one part where he goes, like Flash is like, he goes, oh, what's his name's Hit? And he goes, and then he goes in Flyman, he goes, oh, well, who wants to live forever? Everyone or a Hawkman dive, and they all dive in, attack. But yeah, that was Flash Gordon. I saw that movie in theaters with my dad.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Oh man, that one girl was the girl who played Dale. Was that her name, Dale?
Oh, I don't remember.
But she was really pretty. But oh man, when Princess shows up, Ming's daughter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Holy God, that girl is sexy.
I keep telling you, man, you've got to watch the first Ted movie.
The first 10 movie.
Ted
movie?
Ted, yeah.
Oh, when they
About the
start
teddy
talking
bear?
about... Okay.
Because that movie plays a pretty big role in it, as does the actor who played Flash Gordon.
That was, remember, because you never saw Flash Gordon. And
Yeah, I never did. You
when
brought
I brought
it
it over, and at the very end, when he goes, congratulations, Flash, you saved your Earth. And he goes, yeah! And he freeze frames.
Freeze frame with
You
the
started
jump. Oh,
laughing
I
your ass
love
off.
that. I love freeze frames, dude.
You started laughing your ass off.
That was
You're
so
like,
awesome.
yes, the freeze frame.
Freeze frame. All right, I gotta play this real quick.
All right. James Bond. Mortal Kombat. That's a good soundtrack. Superman. RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop.
Here we go. Filmed in Detroit. Technically, it was in Texas.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think it was Houston.
They could film there now in Detroit. Nothing else going on there. Come on, get to the.
Yeah, that was always the thing about Detroit. You could film movies there now.
There you go.
There he goes.
What the heck?
That's weird.
Where's it at?
I thought it had a weird build-up.
Where is the dun 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 dun?
That should be the main thing.
Thought it was. Oh, here we go.
RoboCop. I wonder what the updated version sounds like. It probably goes meow 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 meow. It's dumb.
Yeah, we watched that movie too, but I don't remember. Yeah, you know,
that's the thing about it.
you know who's doing pretty good soundtracks nowadays for newer stuff? Freaking Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor does always awesome stuff.
Yeah, he's doing. He's done.
Another thing about music in general, it's weird to me sometimes. Like people will cover other music, and especially if it's like classic rock stuff, and bands are trying to cover it now. It sucks because they don't have the heart the original.
Yeah, it does
the
feel that
original
way.
People put in because I was thinking the other day I was like on Carry On My Wayward Son or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if somebody tried to cover that now, it would suck. Like the original one is just awesome, especially when he goes, he gets to that one part and carry on. He's like, carry on, you will always remember.
Yeah.
It starts going crazy, but then the guitar starts kicking.
Yep.
He goes, go. Yeah, nobody could cover that now. Because it would just be like I can barely play a guitar, but I'm in a band.
Well, even in instrumental stuff, there's other movies that have went on to redo. It could just be a series of movies that the original composer didn't come back to redo it, but they're using the same theme. Yeah. And even then, you can listen to it and you're like, it sounds the same, but you're like, it just doesn't. But it doesn't sound the same.
There's something about it. It just sounds dead. There's
yeah, exactly. I don't know. You can tell, man.
Like, man, I would. It's good. A good theme is another good soundtrack is Red Dawn.
Oh yeah,
the
original Red Dawn.
Yeah, there's only one.
Wolverine.
There's only one. It's got Patrick Swayze.
The Geneva Convention.
I never heard of it. Die. What was he saying?
Die, Yankee dog.
Die, Yankee dog.
I was trying to find the. Here it is.
And he can't shoot him, and Robert does it.
Yeah, he just walks up. Bam. He's like, "What are you doing?" I don't remember.
Don't do it, Chad. Don't do it. What is this?
It says it's the main title theme from Red Dawn.
Oh, okay. That hadn't kicked in yet.
So. This is the movie that brought in PG-13. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
PG-13. First movie with PG-13.
Yeah, it was. It was the first movie that had PG-13.
Yeah. This is gonna be.
I remember when Jennifer Grey's character gets killed.
Yeah.
Cause she
spoilers. They all get wasted, but two, right?
They lay her down, and then she's got the grenade underneath her. So she's like a booby trap for the one guy who finds it. And then the guy hears a grenade go off, and he just kind of turns like, I knew it. So, I knew I was gonna lose guys still.
That movie's good too. The first time the two Soviets go up in the mountains, and they end up killing the officer.
Guys. Yeah, they killed.
And then they chase down the other guy, and he's like "Stroy," whatever he says in the thing. And it's Patrick Swayze, right? He kind of walked into and that's to me that's a really good and pretty intense scene because you see the guy, he's kind of the look on that guy's face is just like.
Yeah, because the one who's the driver is like a young boy.
Yeah.
Because there's three guys. There was an older guy and another guy who seemed more like the.
Yeah, you're right. It was three guys.
He's the one who popped the knife, and I think he was going to go after one of the girls. but then he had the younger guy was in the car, and he's looking at him because everyone likes to think, oh man, if I had a gun, I can cap anybody I want to. Man, you get into the situation, it's going to be so hard to pull that trigger. It depends on the situation, of course, because he's looking at this guy. Of course, he's like, he's as young as they are.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a kid, really, and aren't they still in high school? Except for
except for
Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze was he just graduated because when they talk about the scoreboard on the football here, he's like you guys got beat or something like that. It's such a good movie though.
Really.
Yeah, only 2 people live at the end.
Yeah, it was Charlie Sheen,
the whiny kid, and what's her name? The mom from Back to the Future.
No, that's right. Charlie Sheen does die, doesn't he?
Yeah, because they basically the 2 brothers hang out on that. They hang out on that park bench.
Yeah, well, you're right. It was Back to the Future.
Because there's the part where he's holding his brother to keep him. What was that? Was it Charlie Sheen? Yeah, it was Charlie Sheen. He's holding Charlie Sheen.
That's right. Yeah.
And you can see he did a really good job holding his breath. But because it's cold, you can see the breath coming out.
Yep.
And you just see Charlie Sheen's breath.
Was that
it doesn't come out anymore.
Was that the Cuban guy that let him go?
I think it was the South American guy.
South American.
Maybe he was Cuban, but yeah, he was just kind of like he kind of did that hand motion, like go ahead, you're free to go, because he was just like he was done. He had enough of violence.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one I think the one Cuban guy, I think he was Cuban or Russian or something like that. He was the one who came out of that trailer and they RPG'd his ass with 2 RPGs, and that guy was coming up behind him and he got blinded.
Yeah, that's right.
By the RPG probably sucked his eyeballs right out of his head. That was we went off on a tangent there.
Yeah, we did. But that's
pretty much it for soundtracks.
That's gonna be pretty much it.
There's tons of other soundtracks, but I mean.
But we're not gonna roll the dice on this one because the next episode is Halloween.
We could have this Halloween as just a separate one, and we can roll dice.
You don't want to roll the dice at the end of. Or we could roll. Yeah, we could roll now for the episode after Halloween.
Because the Halloween one is a seasonal one. That's a special.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll.
That's our Halloween special.
And this will be our after Halloween episode.
This is the one. Yeah, this is the one we're doing next, but not next. After the Halloween.
Yeah, after Halloween.
So here we go. 5.
What's number 5?
No, I'm not doing that again.
Oh, we didn't mark off Netflix. Yeah,
sorry, we're not doing Netflix again. I have to find something to fill that in with. All right, reroll.
5 again.
I guess we're talking about Netflix. 12.
12.
Ooh, comics and manga.
Oh, comics, manga.
We gotta find Jason.
Oh yeah, you did want to get him on here for that episode.
Okay. I'm gonna have to call him or get him on Facebook or whatever and be like, dude, we need you to.
Ask him if he wants to come on. He can be our first guest.
Yeah. Okay, so comics and manga. So.
All right, that'll be our after Halloween episode.
Are we gonna have? We're gonna have to like say, because comic book movies you can mention, but I mean that you can go off into a tangent.
Yeah, these we're gonna try to stick mostly to the actual paper comics and paper manga.
Paper and ink.
I don't know anything about manga. My sister does. She knows a crap ton about manga. Yeah. I know a little bit about comics, not a ton though.
I only know some manga, but I know that I have the Ghost in the Shell manga, and there's like a 3-page spread in there that's in color that you cannot have in America.
Why?
Because apparently, you know how you can jack into the computer,
yeah,
and then have simulations, but you actually feel like you're there. There's like a 3-way thing in there between the major and 2 girls. And it's very graphic and very nice.
Oh, dang, okay.
But that one guy who has the eyes, his name Baku or something like that.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
But he kind of like jacks in like he's trying to get a hold of her. He's like he pops in and she like takes over his body and makes him punch himself in the eye because he caught them doing that.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, so comics, manga. You can email us. Let us know. Excuse me, if you have any questions, comments, you want to tell us we suck, you want to tell us we're good.
Don't tell us we suck.
You can send us your favorite soundtracks, or excuse me, you can reach us at geeksamusing@gmail.com. We do have a facebook.com/geeksamusing. We've got Twitter at.
Do we really?
Yeah, we have a Twitter at Geeks-a-Musing. I don't really tweet that much. Yeah, Facebook. The episode goes up there. And some stuff will go up there a little bit, here and there. We do have a YouTube that we do throw up the audio, and we do throw up some. We're going to start throwing up video games, stuff like that, extra stuff on there. And that's, you just search Geeks-a-Musing, and you'll see, the pictures of me and Ryan. on there. So if you can subscribe, leave a rating. Whoever you listen to us through would be cool.
Yeah.
Comment and
Yeah, leave a like.
Yeah, like and comment. And
Leave a like and subscribe.
Yeah, on YouTube that'd be
That's
nice.
the YouTube thing.
That's the YouTube way. But that'll do it for this episode. So for Geeks-a-Musing, I'm Nathan.
I'm Ryan. Be a geek, be a nerd, but don't be a dork.